I'm Hu San Lang, a survivalist for 2.5 years, now crossing a primeval forest. Last time, eating worms and roots and making fire by hand, I survived my first 24 hours. Good morning. The sun is already out. Making fire by friction in the wild is just too hard, so I'm going to make some simple fire starting materials. Basically, I'll dig a kiln to char some wood and get carbonized material. Then, even a tiny spark landing on it will ignite it instantly. Before starting, I'll gather some soft, decayed bark and some firewood. Put the gathered wood and bark into the kiln I dug and let it fully carbonize in an airtight environment. 3 sticks here. These are for the air vents. I'll check how these 3 sticks are charring to tell how the material inside is doing. It's completely charred. I can seal the kiln now. Let the charred bark cool naturally in the sealed kiln, and I'll have the material I need. While waiting for the charred bark to cool down, I'm going to make a container to carry it in. I can only take this bark. You see, the edges are fully carbonized. This part is very soft now. With this carbonized material, I just need to strike a stone and a single spark will set it ablaze. I've made all the preparations and now I'll continue my journey across the wilderness. When making a fire in the wild, you must ensure it's out before you leave. Otherwise, a fire on the mountain could land you in a prison cell. I've hydrated now. Actually, I could use a bamboo tube to carry some water with me. But I think the true charm of the wilderness lies in the unknown. Next, I'll be moving ahead at full speed. Now that I'm hydrated, I'll keep moving forward. Since I've been in the dense forest for so long, I need to climb high to see far and get my bearings. Look, a precious medicinal herb, Yan Chuanxiong. It grows very slowly. It's great for relieving pain, improving circulation, and works wonders for irregular periods. Precious herbs grow in harsh places weathered by wind and rain. People are the same. A sword starts as iron, forged into greatness. A person starts ordinary, becoming a hero through hardship. Let's encourage each other. In the future, you'll surely stand out as a hero among men. My luck isn't particularly good. This looks like leopard droppings. I'm certain I've entered its territory now. There are bone fragments. And grass too, because leopards eat some grass to help with digestion. This pile of scat is dry. 3 to 5 centimeters in diameter. You can imagine its body size. And then there's this fur. See, there's dark and white. It might have caught a rat or a muntjac deer. I'm certain that the surrounding 10+ kilometers are all leopard territory. Leopards are good at ambushing. I definitely can't stay here overnight. All I can do is move forward fast. Since I've been moving at full speed, I haven't had time to search for water. I have to get it from plants. This should be a water vine. Sometimes finding the right plant can provide you with enough water. Using bamboo to make a collector, I'll be able to get the water my body needs. Just 1 cup. This is called a water maple vine. It stores plenty of water during the summer. Then in winter, after it ferments, this stuff is actually sweet. About a meter of vine in winter can yield about 100 milliliters of water. It's flowing out. Pity some was wasted during collection, just a small bamboo tube. Otherwise, these 4 sections could probably fill a mineral water bottle. I didn't expect to be able to drink a natural beverage in this primeval forest. With water replenished, I'll continue on my way. Look up there, some bamboo has died off. And there's a big pile of dirt. There might be a rat in there. Hi everyone, I'm Husan Lang, a survival trainee for 2.5 years. I'm currently crossing a primeval forest to survive. Last episode I found traces of a bamboo rat. Now I'm going to track it. Some bamboo here has died off. And there's a big pile of dirt. There might be a rat in there. See this? The entrance is visible, which means it's not inside anymore. Plus, the dead leaves at the entrance are really thick. Based on its droppings, I'd say it weighs about 2 pounds. It's no longer in this burrow, but they usually don't go very far, so it should be around here somewhere. I think I stepped on a beehive and got stung a few times. Not sure what kind of bees they are. A bunch flew out when I stepped on it. I wonder if they're honeybees. They're quite small. If they are honeybees, I could have some wild honey. Right here. Too bad they're not honeybees. These are little green wasps. They don't make honey, but their larvae are the tastiest of all the different types of bee larvae, especially when deep fried. But these larvae are quite small, and their nest is underground, so I'll have to dig it out. Although these little green wasps aren't very toxic, and their stings don't hurt that much. But if there are enough of them, no one can handle it. Even though I got stung a lot, it's still worth it for this harvest. This is high in protein, but it's a foreign protein, so people with allergies should avoid it. It's very sweet. If they were roasted or deep fried until they were crispy, then they would taste amazing. I'll finish this last handful and then head out. My path is blocked by a canyon over 10 meters deep. It's too far to go around, so I have to find a way across. An adventurer must have the courage to press on regardless. I'm using a sturdy tree trunk to span the canyon, wedging it into the rock crevices on both sides of the canyon. This way, it becomes a simple little bridge. Lush vegetation in low-lying areas means there's water. Normally when there is plenty of rainfall, this should be a mountain spring. I'll try digging down a bit. I've used my knife to dig a hole here so it can help me collect the water. I've decided to camp around here today. At least there's water. And I'm endorsing domestic products. Look, this knife hit rocks, but it's perfectly fine. Night is falling, time to build a shelter again. Finding a flat spot like this is great. It's perfect for a shelter. This will be my campsite for today. In the wild, you should use the terrain to build your shelter. It's the fastest way and saves the most energy. For a temporary shelter like this, you really want to try to keep it small. First, it's faster to build, and second, it's more comfortable and warmer. Comfortable. Then I'll build a fire out front. Fire is the light of hope. It keeps wild animals away, so I can spend the night in safety. For tinder, I'm using palm fiber. It's dry and highly flammable. Today I'm using the charcoal powder I made this morning to catch sparks. Put it in the tinder, and even a tiny spark will set it off. Nice. After hundreds of strikes, I finally got it lit. I think the rock was the problem. It just wasn't producing enough sparks. Once I find the right stone, making fire will be a breeze from now on.